Okay, it's Robert here with Scope King. I'm doing a short video, and want to show you some things about the 28 and a 23 millimeter camera head that comes with these cameras. And I often do little videos as tips, but you see what I do is I tape it up in 3 places where it can still make the turns. Let me try to make the turns, but it kind of won't be as flexible as when you get it, because these are extremely flexible cameras, and since I do this, it won't turn on itself. But I tape it in 3 places so it still makes turns. You can see I leave a little space there and a little space there, and then I tape it with black tape here, and I even, when I put the skid on, I tape the skid on it. And maybe every 2 weeks I have to retape it. But what it does, it really prolongs the life of this head and this spring here getting damaged. Number 2, when not in use, it is really important to keep this cap on this head right here, or on each head. Each of them come with these little contacts, and if you break one of these contacts off, the head is done. You got to replace this entire spring portion, this bottom portion. So it's a little black cap that comes on there. When it's not being used, keep that cap on there, screws on there, and that'll protect that. Number 3, one that's really important, is the position of the skid on this. First off, you always keep a skid on the camera head when using it. Never ever run it without a camera head. Number 2, the skid must be placed like that, where the camera head is recessed, and what that does is it protects the lens. And no matter what camera you have, I don't care whether it's rigid, whether it's Curie, whatever camera you have, if you don't protect this lens, you are going to crack this lens. So you can see I recessed the camera head a little bit, bring the skid out past that, and what that does is it protects the lens and also keeps cast iron from scratching the lights. But that is the most important thing. The 2 most important things are really protecting those contacts there, which I'm having a hard time focusing, and the placement of the skid. A lot of people tell me they have 40-50 years experience, and I try to tell them that technique will always beat experience, and this is a technique that will make any camera head last, whether it's this one or anything else. I never run this camera without a skid, and I always make sure the skid is in the right position. That is it for now. That's for the 23 and the 28 millimeter camera heads. And also, let me show you this while I'm doing this. Same thing with the 40 millimeter camera head, which is for this camera. But same thing, I always run a skid on it. You can see, which I have to push my camera back a little bit. But I always make sure the camera is recessed a little bit, the camera head. I've been using this camera head for, I don't know, 8 months, and not one scratch is on the lights, and that's because I keep this skid past the camera head. I'll have more videos coming shortly.